The first thought I had after watching GTA 6 trailer was, this main character Jason reminds me of someone. Okay, it was the second thought. The first one was, wow, graphics look so good, much better than I've expected. Anyway, after watching it few times, okay, many times, I'm pretty sure that Jason is literally John Marston. Not like reincarnation of John Marston, not because he kinda looks like John Marston. I mean, he even has a scar on his face, look, right here. But it doesn't really matter. It's not because he sounds like John Marston. Trust. But because it really looks like it's gonna be the same type of character as John Marston, but not this one, not the cool one. I'm sorry, no. This one. Please let me explain why do I think so, explain this theory. But first few words about another popular theory that probably isn't even born yet, but I'm pretty sure that in the future you will see it a lot. That Jason is grandson of John Marston. I'm pretty sure that you will see this theory a lot later, because yes, he looks like John a little bit, an older Jack Marston, he sounds like John, and also apparently in Marston's family they love to give their sons names that start with letter J. Even more, Rockstar loves to add Easter eggs into their games, and there will be a lot of such Easter eggs referring to Red Dead Redemption 2. Similar to how in GTA 5 you can find a book written by Jack Marston. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that some of these Easter eggs will give us reasons to believe that Jason is somehow related to John and Jack Marston. Like Jason will say that his grandfather was a gunslinger or something like that. It just makes so much sense for Rockstar to add such detail to make fans arguing with each other and bring even more attention to GTA 6, but they will never officially confirm anything. They will never say if Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 6 are even the same universe, and no, they will keep us guessing, keep us making theories, because it's profitable actually. But now let's go back to why Jason reminds me of John Marston from Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe it's too early to make such judgments, but from this trailer it looks like the real main character is Lucia. She is the one in charge. She is making all the decisions. She is the real strong character. And Jason looks like number 2 or 3 or worse. And here is why. Scene number 1. They drive in a car and police is around. Jason is driving and he looks focused but also nervous. And Lucia looks comfortable in this situation, and even more, in the last frame it looks like she's starting to smile. But the next scene is much more important, although this one is actually creating the first impression. Anyway, in the second scene, Lucia and Jason are walking out of the store after robbing it. We know it because he's holding the money. Lucia is leading and she looks extremely focused. And Jason is following her. And by the way, take a look at this moment in slow motion. He briefly looks at Lucia almost unnoticeably. But again, you might say that it means nothing, so take a look at the next scene, breaking into the store. Lucia is not only leading this time, she kicks the door, she aims first, and Jason yet again only follows. Another interesting detail is that when we see them together in a romantic scene, Lucia is on top. Again, it's just an interesting detail. Also, she kinda forces him to submit to her will and says trust, and he's like yeah, okay. Another interesting detail is a song that we hear during this trailer. It's a Love is a Long Road by Tom Petty, and it literally says, there was a girl I knew, she said she cared about me, she tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Later you will see that it's something that could be said by John Marston. John Marston from Red Dead Redemption 2. I have to remind you that John Marston from RDR2 and RDR1 are two different persons. But returning to Jason and Lucia, we see Lucia much more in this trailer, especially since it looks like that's also her in this moment. It's almost definitely her, but let me know what do you think in the comments. It's possible that it's because of marketing reasons, also who knows, maybe in a second trailer Rockstar will focus on Jason. But from this trailer it really looks like Lucia is in charge. You might say that we shouldn't make conclusions based on a small amount of information shown in a trailer, especially since it could be out of context, but think about this: every single second, every single frame in this trailer was thought out in detail by Rockstar. Every single episode, every single moment, every single frame delivers a message, and delivers perfectly. That's why this trailer is so successful. And they are not only showing us what game engine is capable of. Like, these are not just random memes, it's a message that Rockstar sends to us. We still can do satire. And every other second in this trailer is also not random, and that's why I think that we have some information to make conclusions about how relationships between Jason and Lucia will look like. So if these first impressions are correct, Jason is a tough guy, but it's just happened that his partner has a stronger personality. And that's why he reminds me of a John Marston. John Marston is a tough guy as well. He's a cold-blooded killer. He's not a coward at all. He's always ready to stand out for himself. But it just happened that all the time he's under the influence of people with stronger characters. Dutch, father. Arthur, brother. And then Abigail, prostitute that lives in one camp with them. I'm sorry, but it's true. At first I wanted to say wife or girlfriend, but it's not what Abigail is to John, at least until the epilogue. In Red Dead Redemption 2 he don't care about her, it just happened that Abigail has a child from John, that's it. He also doesn't care about the child, by the way, he just wants to be an outlaw, a gunslinger, but Abigail wants him to be something completely different. Husband, father, farmer, normal person in a few words. And since she has a stronger will, she wins. At least until another strong female character shows up and tells him to go and do some shooting like in a good old times. But overall, during the events of Red Dead Redemption 2, John Marston became someone who Abigail's wanted him to be. Remember? She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Actually, after listening to this song, it really looks to me that Dan Houser was inspired by it when was creating this Abigail and John Marston story. Dan Houser left Rockstar a few years ago, but still it looks like in GTA 6 big focus will be on relations between Jason and Lucia. Obviously it's not gonna be exactly the same as between John and Abigail, because Lucia and Abigail has less in common than Jason and John, in my opinion, and probably result will be different, you know, since they focus on trust so much. I guess there will be betrayal, but in any way it's such an interesting topic to study and explore the nature of relationship. I just hope that nowadays Rockstar, after so many great story writers have left the company, can handle it. But we'll find out about it only in 2025, and so far we can only make theories. And by the way, if you like different theories, I suggest you to go and check the video that you can see on your screen now. It's a few interesting theories about who was the real Red in Red Dead Redemption 2. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.